What's up everyone, Season 10 is finally upon us, so it's time to talk about how to win your first solo. And I do want to say I'm going to show you 4 different types of strategies you can use to get your first solo win. And also I want to talk about the changes before we get into the tips, because there are a lot of things you need to understand before you hop into lobbies. So transportation has completely changed. They have vaulted items like the Baller, Quad Crasher, Flint Knock, Shadow Bomb, and also the itemized glider redeploy. They also got rid of slipstreams and sky bases and geysers. So many things are gone now that help people third party you, so you can breathe a sigh of relief. People aren't going to constantly fly in on you like they used to. But they also did add the Brute, which is this new kind of mechanical robot. You really have probably seen some trailers and you're going to experience it in game. People use these a lot because they are pretty strong if you know how to use them. So you've got to pay attention for these, but they're not as impactful in solos as they are going to be in duos and squads. And then they also added new points of interest back. They added Dusty Depot and the factories, which has been a very hot drop. You're gonna see footage of solos that I won from those locations. It's just absolute madness. That's everything I wanted to point out though, so let's hop into the rest of the video. The first strategy I want to show you all is my arena strategy. Pretty much playing like I'm playing for money, playing as smart as possible, and only going for the victory royale. And that starts with going for a low-key drop. Now, I think this is really important to emphasize. Speculation says that all season, every week, or almost every week, they're going to be adding new points of interest, or I guess old points of interest from past seasons back into the game. That means that a ton of players are going to be going to these spots. So right now, it's Dusty Depot and the factories, but that will change as the seasons go on. So it's very important that you guys pay attention to patch notes and what's going on in the game, because if one of your new places or your favorite places ends up getting changed, a bunch of people are going to all of a sudden be there one day, and you need to understand that maybe that's not the best drop if you want to get a victory royale. So just always be paying attention to that. But when it comes to my low-key drops, you can see I ended up getting the mats I needed, I got the weapons and the heals I wanted, and then I rotated into the next zone. And whenever I'm rotating into these zones, I'm going for the high ground. So you can see I'm on this mountain outside of Fatal Fields pretty much the entire game. I know it's not always going to work out like that, but I think for all of you players, especially ones that aren't confident in build battles, it's so important that you focus on positioning so you don't have to get into really intense build battles and have players constantly pushing you. That's why I carry items like stink bombs and explosives, so that if you do have high ground and someone goes to try to take it from you, you can delay them with stink bombs or explosives. And then after that, I'm pretty much just playing smart the rest of the game, not engaging in fights. I will try to third party whenever I can. You can see I picked up 3 kills and all of them have been fairly simple kills. And then I also have that extra launch pad in case I need it. I actually should have used it at the very end of this game, but I kind of forgot about it. Sometimes that will happen, but I ended up not having to do very much here. I hold this guy out in the storm and we pick up our first and very easy solo of Season 10. This next strategy is for all you hot droppers and aggressive players out there. We are going depot and factories, and we are trying to get as many kills as possible before getting a victory royale. And as you can see, it's all about the drop. So you're gonna see me here get the only gun, take out some very easy kills here, and then we're gonna go on. And I do want to say this is a live commentary. I hope you all enjoy. Please leave me some feedback. And that is why you avoid going to here early, guys. This is why if you want to get your first solo, do what I did my first game. The second game, we want to play more aggro. We want to try to pick up some kills, get a better win. This is what we got to do, but it's absolute madness, and you got to get lucky with the loot drops. Look at that. We pick up another easy kill. We've now got 4 off the drop. There's still more players here. It's just absolute madness out here. There's a player to our left in here. Got another one. We now have how many kills? I don't even know anymore. We're losing track. Got some more AR ammo though, which is huge. There's a mech around here. That's not good. We're gonna need to try to avoid that guy. I wish we really had a shotgun. That would be huge. We got 5 kills already though. 51 people left. This person's super weak. Let's see if we can finish him. Alright, we got that kill. Oh my gosh, did not expect the mech to come here. We gotta get out of here. We gotta run. Oh, we were able to pick up another one there. We just rotated out to get away from that mech as quickly as possible. There's something that, like, you know, retreat's usually the best option unless multiple people are shooting at them in solos. It's just really hard to take them out. And we're able to take out that player there. Mechs are weak if you go for the headshots. We take him out. Now we need to look for other players. We've drilled him again. We drilled him again. He's got to be, yep. All right, there we go. We took out this player. We're going to get a scar out of it and a better shotgun. And then we got to get back to this third-party situation and get in the zone. This is what you got to pay attention, though, for, guys. Like, right there, I started getting third-partied instead of just trying to box up. And, like, I tried to get on one side of it. I made sure that I was only having one person shoot at me. You're still going to get third-partied in the end game, but I really don't think you're going to get third-partied as much kind of mid-game, if that makes sense. Whenever it starts getting tighter, people are going to hear shots and have things like launch pads to kind of push people. But if you can kind of avoid those engagements early, you're going to put yourself in a good spot here. We drill that player, he hits us. There we go, and we take this player out. He was struggling with his edits there, so that was kind of nice. But we take him out. We've got 10 kills, 4 people left. We're going to try to get high ground and really just play this smart at the end because we've already got double-digit kills, and it only makes sense to try to get that victory royale now. So the rest of this gameplay was supposed to be live commentary, but I actually ended up having to dial it in because this lobby was really playing aggressive and it was stressing me out. So at the very end of this game, I did want to get high ground, but there was already a player up there. The reason I have 56 health is because this guy shooting my wall right now shot me earlier. He's literally chilling at the top of the hill outside a Lonely Lodge. I didn't have anything to really get over to him besides one launch pad, but I was kind of saving that just in case I needed it. Now right here, you'll see me make a huge mistake. That guy drops on me. I did a good job of laying a trap on the wall, but I didn't realize, oh, he can just land on the corner and be just fine. So he ends up like only getting hit for like 170 before I finally killed him. So he took me down very weak. I end up healing up again because I have 2 heals, and another player flies in on me. So you can see why I was freaking out here. I was playing smart and people kept launching on me. The great thing about launch pads though is you can hear when they're coming. So I heard those players coming and I was able to get them before they could get me. Those are chances though that can be 50-50, so please play smarter than I did. I let those guys have way too many opportunities, and I really almost paid the price for it by losing this game. Now, the very last player, whenever you're in these 1v1s, this is when inventory is so key. So I have those stink bombs giving me a little confidence, but I'm also making really bad plays right now. So you see, I keep wanting to get those stinks off, but I keep getting absolutely popped by this guy with the shotgun. So I kept burrowing down. That's why you see me on the low ground now. I didn't want to show you all this because this fight was so long, but it's about playing patient when you're in these moments. I just keep dinking him and then kind of getting away. I knew I hit him for a ton of white there, throw the stink bomb, and I finish him without risking getting headshotted. That's how you guys need to play those competitive in-game situations if you want to get out alive and win that first solo. The last strategy I want to show you has to do with the mech. This thing is so strong if you know how to use it, and I feel like as the season goes on and people start to figure it out, kind of like when planes and ballers and other items that were transportation were introduced, once players figured out how to use them, that's when people got really lethal with them. So the earlier you get acquainted with this thing, the better, because I don't know how long they're going to keep it the way it is, because right now you can really deal some damage. Check out this clip. And we take out that player by utilizing the brute missiles. That's a perfect example of exactly how to use that. Very easy kill, didn't have to do anything. That's what's scary about these things, especially in the end game. Kind of sucks for this lobby that I was able to pick one of these up. That's everything I've got though, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and just to recap, my routine for a win in Season 10, and I've won like 4 out of 5 or 4 out of 6, so it really works, is I like to warm up in things like Team Rumble. It just gets the shots and builds loose, so whenever you get in your first engagements, you're not stressed and missing shots. That's so frustrating whenever you lose that way. And then also, I'll land at low-key locations Again, it's so important that the rest of this season you guys pay attention to what points of interest are either added or what points of interest are changed, so that you can avoid those locations to make sure you aren't just getting absolutely swantoned by the lobby. Then whenever you rotate out of that first city, it's key to make sure you picked up items like launch pads and possibly shockwave grenades depending on your playstyle, to make sure you can get out of really sticky situations or get into the new zone if it's pretty far away. Then I also love to make sure I'm getting to the high ground. You guys saw how I utilize things like stink bombs to make sure that if a player's pushing me, I can kind of do some damage before he gets there, and kind of also divert his route, so it gives me a little bit more time to kind of figure out what I want to do. And then at the end game, the one piece I would advise, you saw the one in game where I just continued to get swanton by two guys, and it really was tough, and I barely survived both fights. The reason being is everyone knew where I was at. I think if you're more low-key, maybe even utilizing the low ground more, which I did do in some of my wins, that is really beneficial, because then players don't know where you're at and they push other people. And so definitely a low-key strategy at the end game can be absolutely massive as well. Good luck to everyone though. Please use code RoadieBros in the item shop. We would really appreciate it, and I will see you all in the next video.
Started as a zero, I was chasing dreams, trying to turn into a hero.